Introducing veteran international real estate investment expert, author, and speaker, Adiel Gorel.
Real estate tips, investment strategies, wealth building tips, retirement riches, all right here with Adiel Gorel.
So a question that I get a lot is the market too expensive for me to buy these days? Should I wait? Well, already the question has a bit of an error in the very framing of the sentence. The market. Which market? The market in Kansas City, the market in Chicago, which market? So the United States doesn't have a market in real estate, in housing. It has about 300 markets. They don't all behave the same. They're not all high, they're not all low. They vary. There's variations. But I agree, by and large, many or even most of the markets are now very high in 2021. So should you wait? Well, I talked before about the fact that part of the reason for the price increase is building material are more expensive. Labor is harder to get and costs more. The cities and the counties approve much longer, it costs more. Many of the actual expenses to build homes are much higher now, and then there is the high demand, lower supply. And again, we are carrying a debt of not enough housing built going back all the way from the recession of 2008, 9, 10, 11. So I don't know the future. I don't know if the prices are going to go down a lot or if they're going to go down at all. But I know in the markets where we are, where we are buying homes in the price range from about 200, maybe even 190 to maybe 330, these prices are not very likely to go down a lot or maybe go down at all. So waiting may or may not pay out. I don't know the future. I noticed that, about myself. I just don't somehow. But two things that I do know for a fact. Right now, the interest rates are the lowest in the history of all time. And remember, when I talk about, people ask me, where should I buy my home? What? I say very secondary. The primary point to change your future is, yes, you need to buy a nice home in a good area, but it doesn't matter so much where. What matters is you put a down payment and you get a 30-year fixed rate loan, which inflation can never change, heading into inflation. And right now you got a loan for 80% of the value of your home. In the future, it's going to be maybe this much, maybe 20, 15%, and now you're wealthy if you have several of those or many of those. That's the main thing. So to get a 30-year fixed rate loan at the lowest rates in history, excellent. Now we also see the current administration is keen on printing a few more, maybe even many more, trillions of dollars that creates inflation. Every economist pretty much agrees we've already started on an inflation wave. So to get the lowest rates in history fixed for 30 years that never change, heading into a bigger inflation, that is the real point. So what happens if you wait a few years? Well, if inflation starts to be more prominent, interest rates will go up, and then you're going to lose a certain window. It's still going to work. It's still good to get a 30-year fixed rate loan, but it's much better to get it at the lowest rates in history. So if it were me, I don't think that I would wait. We'll talk about it much more at our next event. And if you have a specific question, you can put it in the comments below. Thanks for joining me today. Click the subscribe button for more video on real estate. Got a question or comment? I love questions and comments. Leave yours below. And here's another video you've got to see.